Yes, Sat Sri Akal students. So, in today's lecture, we are going to learn about deviations, variance, and standard deviations. All right. We will not take the continuous frequency data. We are just taking a few numbers, few values of xi, and for these values of xi, for this data, we are going to find out and understand what we mean by deviations, variance, and standard deviations. Now, students, let's see, there are 10 students, and for these 10 students, these are the marks out of maybe out of 20 or whatever it is, right? So we want to write down the marks the students scored out of 20. So let's say the first student scored 5 marks, 10, then 15, uh, and maybe 12 marks, and 20 marks, 18, again 10, so 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's say 14 marks. So these are the marks scored by 10 students. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. We want to find out the deviations, variance, and standard deviation of this data. As simple as that. Let's see how do we do it. First of all, students, what are deviations? As the name suggests, deviations means how much we are deviated. How much we are deviated. Deviated मतलब परे हो गए हैं. From where? Deviations actually means from the mean, x bar. So we will be able to find deviations only if you know the mean. So students, we will quickly find out the mean of all this data. So mean of all this data will be 5 plus 10 plus all these numbers plus 14 divided by number of observations. So these are 10 students, so observations are 10. So what is the mean? Yes, students, we have changed the first observation 5 as 7, because when we take first observation 5, the total is coming 128. So let's make it 130 by increasing the first observation by 2. So now 130 is the total of all the observations divided by 10. 13 is the mean. Very good. So 13 is the mean, that is average of all these observations. Means suppose this class consists of 10 students. So we can say 13 marks are obtained by the class. This is the meaning of mean, x bar, or we can say average. All right. So deviations means, now the first deviation means how much first value is deviated from the mean. So the deviation formula is xi minus x bar, as simple as that. So first deviation will be x1 minus x bar. So students, now you can speak, that will be x1 is 7 minus mean, that will be 13. So this is equal to minus 6. As simple as that. What will be second deviation, Ishma? Second deviation will be,
-3.
put the things in the formula. So it will be 10 minus 13. So that will be equal to minus 3. Anchal, what is the third deviation? What is the third deviation? Third deviation will be third value, xi 15 minus 13.
-13.
No, no. So it will be 15 minus 13, that is equal to 2. Jasmine, fourth deviation. Fourth deviation will be 12 minus,
12 minus 13
that will
is
be
equal to -1.
minus 1. Very good. Similarly, we will find all the deviations. Right, students? So this is how we find all the deviations. And all the deviations, so there'll be 10 deviations, right? So these deviations already we have tabulated in this column. Here this is xi. Xi means the data given, whatever numbers of students marks are there. So we have written all the 10 students marks. Then xi minus x bar is the deviation, right? I'll write here deviations. Once you're able to find deviations, now students, we want to find out the variance, right? So variance is represented by sigma square, and that is variance is mean of all xi minus x bar square. I repeat, what is variance? Variance is mean of all xi minus x bar whole square. Now, how will I add all xi minus x bar whole square? The notation is summation xi minus x bar whole square, right? I ranges from 1 till n. This is the meaning of adding all this. And when I want to take the mean of this, I will simply divide it by n. What is n? N is total number of observations, and in this case it is 10. Total number of observations. In this case, it is 10 students, right? So this is the formula for variance. So obviously students, if we want to calculate variance, we have to make this column, and that xi minus x bar whole square. So we will find square of all. So can any student help me to find the squares of this corresponding numbers? So this will be 36. Minus 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, minus 1 square is 1, 7 square 49, 25, 9, 9, 25, 1. Great. Now we are going to add all of the. Yes, students. So we have done the summation of xi minus x bar whole square is 168. All right. So what will be variance? Variance is represented by sigma square. That is the mean of all these observations, right? So mean means, first I will add all this. First, I will add all this. That is summation xi minus x bar whole square. That comes to be 168 divided by what? Any student will tell me? How will I find the mean of this? Divided by
10.
10, total number of observations, that is 10. Beautiful. So that will be equal to 16.8, right? So my variance, if I get a question, I got the answer. My variance is sigma square, that is equal to 16.8. All right. I got the variance. Now students, if you got the variance, it's very easy to find the standard deviation. Standard deviation. All right. So what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is represented by sigma. Obviously, it will be the under root of sigma square. So students, my standard deviation in this case is under root of 16.8. All right. Yes, students. So the standard deviation would be under root of 16.8. So that is 4.019. That is approximately equal to 4.1. So student, this is how we would be doing all these sums. Thank you.